Okay, Beekly, I know you're going to love this movie.
What movie?
It's about an alien plant that tricks a nerd into helping it take over the world. Now, you don't be getting any ideas, okay?
Beekly not take over world. Beekly okay with food.
Oh, jeez, that reminds me. I gotta get snacks. Why don't you watch some of the special features while I go get us something to eat?
Okay.
Why, hello, short purple encyclopic. Why don't you come up and water me sometime?
Derek! Derek!
Little shop for harvest, little shop for terror, quarter top, little shop for harvest, no, little shop for harvest, watch, little shop for terror, watch.
Little shop of horrors, little shop. Beekly,
Yes?
who is that?
Beekly don't know!
Well, aren't you just a tall drink of milk?
Oh, jeez. Let me guess. Beekly, you pressed play and then this individual came out of the TV.
Yes?
That's right, big boy. The name's Maneater. Aubrey Maneater. It's a pleasure to make my acquaintance.
Oh God, I needed to get a new TV. Okay, look, I'm cooking right now. Could you please wait here until after I'm done and then we'll figure out what we're going to do?
Oh, you're not getting away that easy.
Oh no! Derek get angry if she go in the kitchen while he cooking. Beekly, stop him!
Hey y'all, I'm Derek and welcome to Bad Movie Fry Night. Tonight, I'm treating all of y'all to one of my favorite movie musicals, Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors began life in 1960 as a B-grade comedic horror movie directed by Roger Corman. The movie was made in 2.5 days and grossed over 400 times its original budget. It basically fell into obscurity after its release, but in 1982 was adapted into a musical by Alan Menken and Howard Ashman, the same group that brought us the great music for Beauty and the Beast. The show became a hit, and in 1986, the Geffen Company bought the rights and brought the story into a new film version, which captured the same dark humor of the original film and the catchy tunes of the off-Broadway musical. This movie is just wonderful. It's a classic send-up to the B-style science fiction of the 60s. The music is great, the acting is brilliant, and to go along with it, I'm making a classic party treat. Jalapeno poppers.
Oh, a nice spicy popper. You do know how to talk dirty to a girl.
What are you doing here?
Well, I thought you could use some floral supervision. Don't want you to strain a stamen, do we, honeysuckle?
Miss, you're making me very uncomfortable, and I would really appreciate it if you just leave my kitchen.
Oh, don't treat me like that, little bud. I'm a stranger in these lands. You wouldn't want to go and hurt a girl's feelings, would you?
Well, I'd appreciate it if you lay off the overt sexual innuendos disguised as vegetation puns, and I would be greatly obliged if you let me get on with my work.
Oh, you won't even know I'm here. I'll just sun myself over here by the window and be as quiet as an orchid.
Derek let Aubrey stay in kitchen. But Beekly not allowed in kitchen when cooking. Derek like Aubrey better than Beekly.
Well, now that our guest has promised to stay out of the way, I'm just cleaning some jalapenos. Make sure when you do this you're wearing gloves, otherwise you're not going to have a good time. You just remove the stalk with a paring knife, cut down half, then you seed it.
Oh, you flirt!
So let's get started.
Our movie begins with a still shot with voiceover?
Oh my god! 3 movies that start with the exact same trope? We've done it! We've got a turkey! Yay! Beekly! We gotta celebrate! Beekly?
Okay, well, the voiceover bleeds into our opening number.
Little shop of harvest, little shop.
This is an awesome opening number. It sets up the world of the story, throwing the audience into the 60s with its doo-wop and girl group harmonies. And it introduces the chorus for the show. Well, as the music ends, we're introduced to our hero, Seymour Krelborn, played by Rick Moranis, acting like a complete, well, Krelborn, all while being yelled at by his boss, Mr. Mushnick, played by Vincent Gardenia of Moonstruck. And soon, we're greeted with the presence of Audrey, played by Ellen Greene, who you may know from the short-lived TV show Pushing Daisies. Well, after Mushnick complains about his employees and his failing business, we get another song, all about the world of Skid Row and our cast of characters.
Town where the hopheads flop in the snow.
Down on the Skid Row.
This is a great number. So theatrical, so world-building, and yet catchy as all get out. So let's work on our stuffing. Right now in this bowl I'm going to put 1 pack of cream cheese, and to that I'm going to add about half a cup of shredded sharp cheddar. And to that, we're going to sprinkle in some bacon bits. And then we're just going to mix it all up. Looks like I might have a little bit extra. Beekly, do you want a taste? Beekly? Where did he go?
I'm willing for you to spoon feed me, Buttercup.
I'll just make extra peppers. Continuing with our story.
Well, after a day of no sales, Mushnick decides to close the store for good. But Seymour comes up with an idea to save the business. He takes a plant, which he calls Audrey 2, out of the basement and places it in the window, and almost immediately gets new customers. The store runs out of flowers soon enough, but Audrey 2 begins to wilt, and Seymour can't figure out how to make it grow.
Grow for me.
And just as he gives up, he figures out the plant drinks blood, and it soon begins growing fast. He goes on a radio show, hosted by John Candy, a great actor who's unfortunately not with us anymore. And afterwards, we learn more about Audrey, who's in an abusive relationship and secretly dreams of a life with Seymour.
The tract house that we share, somewhere that's green.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I sing this song at work all the time. It's just so much fun.
Darling, I know a great place full of green, if you want to go somewhere.
That is so wrong on so many levels. So let's stuff our poppers. So what we're going to do is take some of our stuffing and cram it into both halves of the pepper. Then we're just going to mush it all together. And then to seal them, we're just going to dunk them in some milk, then in some flour, and then set them on some wax paper to dry. It's going to take about 15 minutes.
Now back to the movie. After Audrey sings, the chorus sings about the changes in Seymour's life.
But
Okay, so after a quick scene rife with sexual tension, we learn about Audrey's boyfriend, played by Steve Martin, who's...
I am your dentist, and I enjoy the career that I've...
After Seymour meets him for the first time, he talks to Audrey too about his feelings for Audrey. And Audrey too begins talking, and more than that, sings.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long.
And through the song, Seymour comes to the conclusion to kill the dentist and feed him to the plant, which he does. But he's seen by Mushnik. Well, the next morning, Seymour learns from Audrey that the police are looking for the dentist and expect him dead. And Seymour and Audrey finally give in to the passion in song.
So now let's bread these poppers. We're just going to take them, dunk them in milk again, then into flour, then into egg, and then into breadcrumbs. Then we're just going to set them to the side to dry for about 15 more minutes. Okay, it's really quiet in here. Where's Beekly?
Dear Derek, Beekly said, Derek like Aubrey more than Beekly. Beekly going away, so Derek can have new friend. Goodbye forever, Beekly.
I hope he's okay.
Okay, now Seymour is confronted by Mushnik, who tries to blackmail Seymour about the murder. So that leads to, of course...
I think it's supper time.
which leads into a montage of building fame for Seymour. But finally, Seymour has had enough and decides he wants to just escape with Audrey, and they make a plan to run off and get married. Audrey too, however, has some different plans.
Here we go.
And now it's supper time.
So let's fry these guys up. We're just going to let them cook until they're golden brown, then take them out and let them air dry.
Oh, you know how to butter my topsoil.
Aubrey, you are really pushing a line.
So, Seymour saves Audrey from Audrey too, and they come clean about their feelings. Then, an agent from a botanical company comes out of nowhere and asks to take cuttings from Audrey too so they can sell them all over the world. Seymour finally puts two and two together and figures out Audrey 2 is planning on world domination and goes in to confront the vegetable, which leads to...
I'm just a mean green mother from outer space and I'm bad.
Now, this song is an original song for the movie, and it's awesome. You can't help but tap your toe to it. Well, it looks as though Audrey 2 has killed Seymour, but Seymour survives and electrocutes Audrey 2. Seymour walks out of the wreckage and into Audrey's arms, and they live happily ever after in their tract house in the suburbs. Or do they?
And now the poppers are done. So we're just going to put them on a very colorful plate and serve them with some ranch. So, final thoughts on the film?
This film is great. Visually, it's intriguing and colorful. Plot-wise, it flows well, with the songs coming at a steady and effective pace. The story is fun to follow. The acting is theatrical, but not out of place. And of course, the songs are catchy, well-written, and fun to listen to. If you've never seen this film, I highly suggest remedying that situation. This is the family version of Rocky Horror in my book. I feel like every family should see this movie when the kids are young. Try it out for Halloween. It's great for a creature feature movie marathon.
So gather up your friends, make some really good food, and enjoy this really great movie.
Oh, I just love the way you smooth talk. It's like a drop of water beating off my petals.
Okay, that is it. You, Miss Aubrey Maneater, have been disrespectful, you have been insulting, and you have abused my hospitality. I never thought I would say this to anybody, but you are no longer welcome in my home, and I kindly ask you to leave.
Well, Mr. Derek, you've just lost out on a gold mine. Think about it. I'm a talking plant. How many millions could you have made? Well, I say good day, sir. I'm off to Hollywood to follow my own star.
Well, now that that's done, Beekly, snacks are ready. Beekly? Beekly? Where are you going?
Beekly go bye-bye.
Where will you go to? Why are you going?
Beekly go bye-bye cause Derek had a new friend. Derek don't need Beekly no more.
You mean that rude, offensive plant that came out of the TV? I've already sent her away. Look, why don't just sit on the couch and talk to me? Now, why do you think I don't want you anymore?
Derek let Aubrey stay in kitchen while Derek cooked. Derek never let Beekly stay in kitchen while cooking. Derek liked Aubrey more than Beekly.
Beekly, I didn't let her in the kitchen. She wouldn't leave. I don't let you in the kitchen while I'm cooking because you might get hurt. Look, you're my best friend. I worry about you. I mean, who do I cook for?
Beekly.
Who do I tuck into bed?
Beekly.
Who do I read bedtime stories to?
Beekly.
Now, why would I do that if I didn't care for you? Look, you're my best friend, Beekly. I don't want you to go.
Derek want Beekly to stay?
Yes, I do.
Beekly, stay!
Great. So come on, let's watch this movie and eat some poppers.
Oh yes, poppers!
Well, y'all, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. And come back next week for more Bad Movie Friday Night.
One ringy-dingy. Two ringy-dingy. Thank you for calling Diabolitech Customer Service. How may I misdirect your call? Oh, sir, you're being so loud and obscene. What are you doing tonight? Sir?
Hey, Aubrey! I just came by to congratulate you. Since you've joined the team, our customer dissatisfaction rates are through the roof. Our infernal overlords have wanted to give you a little trophy for worst customer interaction.
That is a piece of wood with a piece of paper taped to it.
Of course, if we don't put any effort into our customers, why do you think we put any effort into our inner office awards? But I just have to ask, Aubrey, how do you do it? How do you keep your satisfaction scores so low?
Well, I am a plant, so...
Oh, well, that's just great. Keep it up.
You don't really care, do you?
That's right. Now you're getting the gist of it. Keep it up, Aubrey.
At least the pay's good.
I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, and I'm bad.
Outer space?
Mother from outer space, and it looks like you've been had. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, so get off my back, get out my face, cause I'm mean and green, and I am bad. Wanna save your skin, boy? You wanna save your hide? You wanna see tomorrow? You better step aside. You better take a tip, boy. Want some good advice? You better take it easy.